This message comes from NPR sponsor Capella University. Interested in a quality online education? Capella is accredited by the Higher Learning Commission. A different future is closer than you think with Capella University. Learn more at capella.edu.
Hey, it's Peter Sagal. We are so glad that you're here listening to Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me. But when it's over, what are you going to do next? It seems impossible to find your next favorite podcast. Well, when you want to switch it up, check out NPR's Pod Club newsletter. Sign up and you'll get fresh podcast recommendations every week, handpicked by the people that live for this stuff. You can subscribe for free using the link in today's show notes or at npr.org/podclub.
From NPR and WBEZ Chicago, this is Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me, the NPR News Quiz. Filling in for Bill Curtis, I'm the man with the gooey butter voice. Chiokei And here's your host at the Fox Theater in St. Louis, Missouri, Peter Sagal.
Thank you, Chiokei. Thank you, St. Louis. Thank you all so much. What a pleasure to be back with you. Later on, we're going to be talking to a native of St. Louis who is now the play-by-play announcer for his hometown team, the St. Louis Cardinals. That's Chip Caray. Now, as a Chicagoan, but as a gentleman, I am not going to bring up with him that the Cubs just clinched a playoff berth.
Oh, no.
Oh. Now you want us defunded. Okay.
Way to warm up the St. Louis crowd, Peter.
Anyway, you, though, are up to bat first. Give us a call. The number is 1-888-WAIT-WAIT. That's 1-888-924-8924. Now let's welcome our first listener contestant. Hi, you're on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Hi, it's Ellie Fishbein. I'm calling from St. Louis, Missouri.
St. Louis, Missouri?
Yep.
Why on the phone? We can hold for a few minutes if you want to run down to the theater.
Yeah, I'm currently sprinting.
All right. Ellie, let me introduce you to our panel this week. First up, she was recently named one of Vulture's comedians you should and will know. It's Rachel Coster.
Thank you.
Next, a writer whose band, Super Spreader, will be at the Village Arts Theater in Valley Village, California on October 10th. It's Adam Felber.
How you doing, Ellie?
Hi.
And a comedian you can see this very weekend at the Louisville Comedy Club in Louisville, Kentucky. And next weekend at Laughs Comedy Club in Seattle, it's Dulcé Sloan. So, Ellie, welcome to our show. You're going to play Who's Chiokei? This time, Chiokei Anson, right here, filling in for Bill Curtis, is going to read you 3 quotations from this week's news. If you can correctly identify or explain 2 of them, you will win our prize. Any voice from our show you might choose for your voicemail. Are you ready to go?
Let's go.
Let's go! Here is your first quote.
Jerry felt he had no choice but to resign.
Now, that was a man named Ben, talking about his business partner Jerry's decision to leave their company after 47 years. What's their company?
Ben and Jerry's.
Ben and Jerry's, one of the most iconic couples in history. Ben and Jerry, they've broken up, and it's really upsetting. It just isn't the same to say, I'm going to go curl up with a pint of Ben. So Jerry Greenfield is leaving the company he founded with his partner back in 1978 because he says their corporate owner, Unilever, won't let him express his political opinions. They apparently got upset with his new custom flavor, Release the Chocolate Chipstein Files.
That was very
Did you find this upsetting, or is it just our...
I think it's more upsetting that he got half of all the names. Like, who wants to order a pint of Garcia?
That's true.
Or Chunky?
I don't think I've ever had Ben & Jerry's.
Really?
You have your whole life ahead of you.
It's very expensive.
It is very expensive.
Like, I get it, but, like, I don't want to know what a monkey tastes like.
I see your point.
It no longer contains real monkeys.
Oh, well, then why even try it?
Now that he's gone, Unilever is going to take Ben & Jerry's habit, of naming flavors after celebrities in a new direction. Instead of Cherry Garcia, try some Kid Rocky Road.
Boo! Boo!
Oh, you're going to like this next one I have in the freezer.
I'm sure you have a few.
Tucker Carlson's White Chocolate Supremacy.
That one I would try.
Okay.
Well, it makes it, but it's just vanilla. It's just vanilla ice cream with white chocolate in it.
Exactly. No, it's vanilla ice cream, white chocolate, and mayonnaise swirls.
You know what? Mayonnaise don't deserve this, bro. Mayonnaise put on your sandwiches for you. You want to disrespect mayonnaise like that?
Your next quote is from a writer in GQ talking about the return of a certain style of clothing.
I wrestled my way into a pair. I was red in the face and out of breath.
So what kind of jeans, we are told, are back in fashion, whether we like it or not?
Oh God, it has to be skinny jeans.
It is. Skinny jeans are back. They have returned just when I have perfected my non-skinny jeans body. In addition to being seen all over Fashion Week runways, supermodels like Bella Hadid and Kate Moss have been seen just strolling around in skinny jeans. And if they look great, you absolutely know you all will too, right?
Skinny jeans are only a skinny woman's problem. Those jeans are skinny when I put them on, baby.
I'm just glad that I've got teenagers at home, and I'm glad that for the first time they're going to know what it's like to have clothes that are out of style.
Yeah.
Eat it, kids!
Yeah. By the way, Vogue magazine has endorsed this trend, so it now has the force of law.
Vogue ain't talking to me.
Really?
No.
What did you say to them?
Listen. This is for a specific segment of the population.
Right.
Right? And all Vogue magazine does is terrorize white women. That's what all these fashion magazines are for.
Right.
Is older white women and older gay men terrorizing young white women.
It's working. I'm
Yeah.
I'm a disaster.
On the other hand, most of my clothes are stretchy and made in China. I'm very flammable. I can't be near a warm cup of coffee half the time. My shirt will melt. Vogue has never been talking to me. So whenever they're like, oh, skinny jeans are back, they might as well say, oh, we're wearing wooden shoes. Girl, you ain't talking to me. Only thing I can do with a Vogue is rub them pages of perfume on me and keep it moving.
All right. Your last quote is from a New York Times commenter who was reviewing one of the features of Apple's new AirPods.
It won't be improving the lives of professional interpreters.
So what will these new AirPods be able to do?
They're supposed to interpret languages.
Yes, they will instantly translate spoken languages. This is amazing. Yes, we're all for this. The new AirPods use AI to translate other languages instantly so you actually hear what the other person is saying, but in English through your headphones, right? Which means I learned how to ask, where is the library, for nothing.
Here's my problem with this feature.
Yes.
Is it going to tell me how to respond back in that language?
No.
Then what the hell is the point?
Well,
because if all I can get is input, but I can't provide any output, I still can't communicate.
You can give them your waxy earpods and put them in there.
yeah, you can do that. If they have their own AirPods and iPhone, you need both, you'll be able to converse, magically.
Give me 2 cans and a string.
I tried a pair, and I'm sad to report it also works with your pets.
Does it really?
And I did not really want to know what my cat thinks of me. It's bad, man.
I can imagine. Worse even than you imagined.
Yeah, way worse.
Chiokei, how did Ellie do in our quiz?
Ellie is wise beyond her years. She got all 3 right.
Congratulations, Ellie. Yay! Done like a St. Louisan. Thank you so much for calling and playing. Next time, come see us in person.
Will do.
Take care.
Thank
Bye-bye. Right now, panel, time for you to answer some questions about this week's news. Adam, owners of top-end Chevy Corvettes, the models that cost more than $100,000, are being asked to bring their cars back to the dealer to fix a defect And that defect might cause the cars to do what when you're pumping gas?
I'm on Wait, Don't Tell Me, so I'm going to go with explode.
Yes, indeed. The cars sometimes, when you're pumping gas into them, explode into flames. This became apparent because guys posted videos of their cars blowing up at the gas station with captions like, "Hey, does anybody know if they're supposed to do that?"
Little red car.
These are the Z06 and Z01 Corvettes. These are sports cars that can go up to 235 miles per hour, which is useful to get away from the Corvette next to you that just caught fire.
This isn't fair. That man's going through a midlife crisis.
I lost my wife. I lost my job. At least I have my vet.
No, he didn't lose those things. He left those.
I left my wife. I left my job. At least I have my vet.
There we go.
For a second, I thought you were going to say that the cars were moaning when they were getting gas in them because that's their food.
Girl, what?
I don't know. I just like was so certain that was what it was going to be.
Wait a minute. So
That
you're sitting here, I'm thinking
people
they've
would be
got this
putting
weird
the
defect.
gas in and they go, or something.
Yeah, what noise would in your mind, what noise would a Corvette make when you gave it gas?
Basically exactly like what I just did. Maybe like, saffron or something. I don't know. And I know that makes no sense, guys, but that was just what I wanted it to be.
I want it to be that now.
Yeah. No, apparently there's a fan in the car that doesn't turn off when you turn the engine off, and it can blow spilled gas onto the hot engine. Chevy is asking owners to bring in the car to get it fixed, but if it blows up before that, Chevy advises walking away from the explosion in slow motion without looking back.
I want a brand new car. I'm tired of that wreck I got now.
Coming up, we save the Earth in our Bluff the Listener game. Call 1-888-WAIT-WAIT to play. We'll be back in a minute with more Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me from NPR.
Support for this podcast and the following message come from Dignity Memorial. When you think about the people you love, it's not the big things you miss the most. It's the details. What memories will your loved ones cherish when you're gone? At Dignity Memorial, the details aren't just little things, they're everything. They help families create meaningful celebrations of life with professionalism and compassion. To find a provider near you, visit dignitymemorial.com.
This message comes from NPR sponsor Capella University. Sometimes it takes a different approach to pursue your goals. Capella is an online university accredited by the Higher Learning Commission. That means you can earn your degree from wherever you are and be confident your education is relevant, recognized, and respected. A different future is closer than you think with Capella University. Learn more about earning a relevant degree at capella.edu. This message comes from Schwab. At Schwab, how you invest is your choice, not theirs. That's why when it comes to managing your wealth, Schwab gives you more choices. You can invest and trade on your own. Plus, get advice and more comprehensive wealth solutions to help meet your unique needs. With award-winning service, low costs, and transparent advice, you can manage your wealth your way at Schwab. Visit schwab.com to learn more. From NPR and WBEZ Chicago, this is Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me, the NPR News Quiz. I'm Chiokei. We're playing this week with Adam Felber, Dulcé Sloan, and Rachel Coster. And here again is your host at the Fox Theater in St. Louis, Missouri, Peter Sagal.
Thank you, Chiokei. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Right now, it is time for the Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me Bluff the Listener game. Call 1-888-WAIT-WAIT to play our game in the air. Hi, you are on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Hi, this is Kaylee calling in from Aurora, Colorado.
Hey, Kaylee, how are you?
I'm doing great.
How are things in Colorado?
Oh, they're always wonderful.
Yeah, that's true. It's Colorado. Of course it is. What do you do there?
I am a stay-at-home parent, but I also teach theater, do admissions for a university, and am an amateur playwright.
Let me tell you, I used to be one myself, and in a way, every playwright is an amateur playwright. Yeah.
That's the thing.
It's true. Well, Kaylee, welcome to the show. It's great to have you. You're going to play the game in which you must try to tell truth from fiction. Chiokei, what is Kaylee's topic?
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
Reusing old things instead of getting new ones is a great way to save the earth. It's why we here at Wait, Wait haven't come up with a new joke in more than 10 years. Our panel is going to tell you about a creative reuse in the news this week. Pick the one who's telling the truth. You'll win the Wait Waiter of your choice on your voicemail. Are you ready to play?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's do it. First, let's hear from Rachel Coster.
Unlucky in love in a city where the weather is always getting chilly at 7 p.m. and crazy hot in the morning, 28-year-old Becca Ahrens has found a solution to a problem caused by being a bachelorette in Los Angeles. After a series of dates, Becca found that her Subaru Forester was filled to the brim with hoodies dates had left behind. "I don't even go on that many dates," said Becca, lying, "but I always get chilly." The hoodies range in styles. Some are so soft and some are so disgusting. And one even says certified hustler on the back. When asked if the man was indeed a certified hustler, Becca responded, no. Her solution to the excess hoodies was to create elaborate quilts for nearby orphanage. St. Anne's Orphanage was thrilled to receive hundreds of new blankies for the children in their care. Sister Agnes, one of the caretakers, celebrated Becca's generosity, but also expressed on behalf of all the nuns that Becca should find true and meaningful love and date guys with more swag.
A very clever woman uses all the hoodies left over from her dates to make beautiful quilts. Your next repurposing parable comes from Dulcé Sloan.
In today's edition of Oh, You've Been Rich for Too Long, singer-songwriter Elton John decided to buy himself some new knees. According to a new documentary released this month, he had both kneecaps removed because, well, he old, and replaced with expensive new model. But what to do with the old ones? Like the bronze baby shoe from days gone by, John sent his worn-out patellas to his favorite jeweler, who dipped them in pure gold and turned them into a pendant necklace and a brooch. The pendant was easy to make because there was a large hole in his right patella that the necklace was able to loop through. Now, I'm not a body mechanic, but I think a hole in a kneecap is, and pardon me for being technical, very, very bad. But John is very happy with the results, saying, quote, "I honestly think these are timeless pieces that will last for centuries." Yeah, well, Elton John, he may have some nice jewelry and an EGOT, but you know what he ain't got? Kneecaps!
Elton John, the legendary musician, recycles his own kneecaps into high-fashion jewelry. Your last story of a new life for an old thing comes from Adam Felber.
Montana farmer Jeremy Pease became a viral sensation this month for his video of his incredibly effective new bear repellent in action. It's not a nasty chemical or an elaborate trap, though. Farmer Jeremy uses Lego. I heard a bear outside my house one night, jumped out of bed to take a look, and stepped on one of my grandkids' dang Lego bricks. As I looked down at that bear sniffing around my garbage, it hit me. Jeremy went on eBay and bought some bags of loose Lego bricks from grown-up kids who had no use for them, then scattered them at locations around the farm and waited for his next nocturnal visitor. The video shows a black bear finding its way onto Jeremy's property. It ambles confidently forward until one big ursine paw comes down on a tiny Lego brick, at which point the bear hops sideways only to bring another paw down on another brick, looking for all the world like a chubby suburban dad doing that familiar Lego owie dance and presumably cursing in the traditional manner before retreating back into the woods. "That bear got off easy," one commenter wrote. "At least he didn't have to try to put together one of those X-Wing fighter kits."
All right, these are your choices. We found one of these stories in the news about conscientious reuse. Was it from Rachel Coster, a woman who found all these hoodies her various dates had left and decided to make them into beautiful quilts? From Dulcé Sloan, Sir Elton John reusing his own worn-out knees to make beautiful jewelry? Or from Adam Felber, a Montana farmer using old Lego pieces to repel bears because they don't like stepping on them any more than we do? Which of these is the real story of reuse we found in the news?
Oh man, I think I gotta go with B, Elton John.
You're gonna go with B, Elton John. Sounds like the kind of thing he might do, I guess. All right, well, to bring you the correct answer, let's listen to this.
They're very porous, and so we had to paint them with acetate. You know, in 1,000 years, this will be Elton John's kneecap.
That was one Theo Fennell talking with Sir Elton John about his kneecap jewelry that will last 1,000 years. Congratulations, Kayla, you got it right. You have won our prize, a voice of anyone you might choose, as well as a point for Dulcé. Congratulations, and thank you so much for calling. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye. And now the game we call Not My Job. Chip Caray is part of one of America's great sports broadcasting dynasties. His grandfather, Harry Caray, was a legendary sportscaster here in St. Louis. And then in another city to the north, his father, Skip Caray, became a Hall of Fame broadcaster himself. And Chip, born and raised here in St. Louis, may have outdone them both by achieving every kid's dream and becoming the voice of his hometown team, the St. Louis Cardinals. Chip Caray, welcome to Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Thank you, sir.
Now, that's amazing. The story I just told is kind of amazing in and of itself, this multi-generational legacy of broadcasting excellence. And it goes on. Your son is also a professional broadcaster, I believe, for the Oakland A's. Is that
Correct,
right?
yeah. Now in Sacramento, but
Now
yes,
in
he started the A's, yes.
The
soon-to-be Las Vegas A's, I think. Fingers crossed.
I believe the technical name is the Undisclosed Location A's.
Correct, yes.
But here's the thing that I find crazy is that you're all actually named Harry.
Yeah, scary. Harry Caray. Our family's last name was really Carabina or Carabina.
Right.
And Harry started working at a local radio station here in St. Louis. And the station manager said, Carabina doesn't sound good on radio, so change the name. So it became Caray. My dad was Harry Caray Jr. I'm Harry Caray III. I have identical twins. The first one who popped out got the name. He's Harry IV. We have 4 kids and 3 boys, 1 girl. So
right.
Yeah, there's 4 of us.
And I happen to know, so it's Harry and then your father who is Skip.
Yes.
And then you're Chip.
Yep.
And your son is?
It depends on what he does as far as grades are concerned.
I understand. Okay. Did you get to pick your own nickname?
No, sadly, it was the old proverbial chip off the old block. I wish it was really original.
Well, I was wondering about that because I happen to know that these jobs, play-by-play for major league teams, not to mention other sports, are very hard to get.
Oh, no, they're not.
Apparently.
Well,
so I'm assuming...
Let me tell you something. I carry this around. In fact, it's on my screensaver. Little words you guys might have heard of. Let me find it here. Get to my photos, sorry. Nepotism.
Yes! Oh, that!
The practice among those with power or influence of favoring relatives, friends, or associates, especially by giving them jobs. It's on my screen.
There you are.
So there you go. Don't have to be good. You just got to pop out of the right place.
I know. But I always assume...
Wow, this sounds like a great deal. How can I get some?
I want to go back.
I just assumed that like the talent runs in the family. That you both, as you say, you all popped out and went wah, wah, wah in a deep baritone voice.
Yeah, well, it's funny. That's the biggest misconception about our family. Harry was born and raised here in St. Louis. He grew up over in Lafayette Park or Lafayette Square, right? Yep. His mom died when he was young. His dad left the family when he was 3 or 4 years old, so he had no knowledge of who his dad was. His aunt worked at the International Shoe Company building over on Choteau, over that way.
Yeah.
Ironically enough, my maternal great-grandfather also worked for International Shoe Company. That's another story. But Harry tricked my dad into getting into the business. My dad was a Webster Groves statesman. You guys all know Webster Groves. And his dream was to be a professional football player. He blew out his knee, and Harry said, well, you got to find something else to do. So he decided to have Dad do the high school football roundup on KMOX with the great Bob Hyland, who ran KMOX radio for so many years. And Dad did his first show. Harry said, called every single bartender in town and said, Skip's done at 9:45. Call the station and tell him how great he was. And that sort of allowed my dad to have the bug bite him, as it were.
There you are. You know, one of my questions for you, like as a very experienced baseball announcer, is how you fill the time when like there's nothing much else happening, and I think you just demonstrated it.
Well,
that was remarkable.
It was a BS in journalism. But it's actually easier on TV because you have the pictures. I'm really lucky here in St. Louis. I've only been here 3 years, but I've had a phenomenal partner in Brad Thompson. If you follow the Cardinals, Brad is so good at what he does.
Ms. Sloan has a question for you.
Yes.
I would just like to say, I have absolutely no idea what is happening right now.
So more of a comment than a question.
I've given context, but I can say, the way you have explained all of these things, I am so glad you use your powers for good.
Might want to ask my wife about that.
Well, I feel like you could talk anybody out they draws. That's a known fact. So I'm glad you have picked this line of work because you would have been a vicious lawyer.
Oh.
Oh, especially if you had a billboard and was working on accidents, everybody would have got $36 million.
I'd be the guy in I Love You Man in the Speedo. Hey, you
exactly.
know.
Yeah, so thank you for doing what you do because you could have been a menace.
You have been, as far as I was able to tell, broadcasting professional sports at the highest level since around 1987.
Yeah.
I think I got to ask you this.
Yeah.
Harry Carey, for those who don't, it was very distinctive, and people do imitations of Harry Carey to this day. Will Ferrell, I believe this is true, got a job on Saturday Night Live by doing a Harry Carey impression.
Yes.
Can you do a Harry Carey impression?
Some people say, you guys want to hear it?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's any good, but I'll try. Arnie Harris was the late great director of the Cubs. He was fantastic about telling a story about the game that had nothing to do with the game.
Right.
So, pitch is made. He shoots to a couple in the bleachers on a warm summer day at Wrigley. Boyfriend, girlfriend, smooch. Cut back to the pitcher. Pitch, smooch. Happens a third time. Harry says, Arnie, I got it! And Steve Stone says, what are you talking about? He said, he's kissing her on the strikes, she's kissing him on the balls. Yep.
Like I said,
that went on air too.
That was a real thing that he said on live television.
All I can say is it's terrifying to see your future. It really is.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's a true story.
I believe you. Well, Chip Caray, we have asked you here to play a game yourself for once, and it's a game we're calling...
What do you know about these Cardinals?
The St. Louis Cardinals and the Cardinals of the Catholic Church have a lot in common.
Neither one can hit.
We were going to say elaborate uniforms and they all wear little hats, but that's also true.
Yeah.
We're going to see what you know about the other variety of Cardinal. Answer 2 to 3 questions correctly, you'll win our prize from one of our listeners, the voice of anyone they may choose for their voicemail. Chiokei, who is Chip Caray playing for?
Libby Cravens of St. Louis, Missouri.
All right. Playing for probably a Cardinals fan. Here's your first question.
All right.
Back in 236 A.D., this is when your great-grandfather was doing broadcasting.
Okay,
The College of Cardinals elected Pope Fabian, but that was kind of unusual. Why? A, he said he was the Cardinal of Phrygia, a place that it turns out he just made up. B, he was just a guy walking by the conclave when a dove landed on his head. Or C, he was allergic to white smoke and died immediately after being selected.
It's so weird. I'm going to say the dove landed on his head.
That's exactly right.
Really?
The Cardinals couldn't agree. This guy happened to be walking by. He's a Roman nobleman. A dove landed on his head. They thought it was a sign. They made him Pope.
Amazing.
There you go.
Boy, how else do you say we got nothing? Not a deep bench there at the Vatican that year.
All right, here's your next question. In the year 897, the College of Cardinals actually put Pope Formosus on trial for various crimes, which was unusual, but what was even more unusual? A, the chief witness against Pope Formosus was the angel Gabriel speaking through a cook. B, Pope Formosus had been dead for 6 months, so they just put his corpse on trial. Or C, the principal crime he was charged with was whistling during a mass.
Oh, man. C? Oh, everybody's saying B. Okay, I'm going to trust the audience on this one. B.
B. You're right. It was B. They dug up his corpse. They put it on trial. He was convicted and was sentenced to being dead. Last question.
Okay.
Here we go. More recently, one cardinal in the Philippines became a sensation within the church, but not for the reasons you might expect. What was his claim to fame? A, he is the only cardinal ever to be the past winner of a male beauty contest, specifically Mr. Manila. B, he led the world's first rock band sanctioned by the Vatican named Nuns and Roses. Or C, his name was Jamie Sin, so his official name in the church was Cardinal Sin.
Wow. Huh? You guys say C, Cardinal Sin? They haven't let me down yet, so should I what do you guys think?
I'm feeling A.
I'm feeling A.
I'm loving Mr. Manila.
You're loving Mr. Manila.
I hope it's A.
I'm going with the panel. I'm going to say A.
You're going to go A, the male beauty contest. No, it was Cardinal Sin.
Sorry.
Oh, we're sorry.
We're idiots.
So close to perfection.
This show loves puns.
Give him back the point. It's our bad.
Chiokei, how did Chip Carrey do in our quiz?
We had one ground ball to second, but he got 2 right, which makes him a winner.
Oh, thank you, guys.
All right. Chip Caray is the play-by-play announcer for the St. Louis Cardinals, who will absolutely get him next year. Chip Caray, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
Wait, don't tell me. In just a minute, what's hiding in Old Faithful? Find out in our listener limerick challenge. Call 1-888-WAIT-WAIT to join us on the air. We'll be back in a minute with more of Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me from NPR.
Support for NPR and the following message come from Boll & Branch. Turn your bed into a sanctuary this fall with their buttery, breathable bedding. Enjoy 15% off your first set of sheets at BOLLandbranch.com with code NPR. Exclusions apply. Support for NPR and the following message come from IXL Learning. IXL Learning uses advanced algorithms to give the right help to each kid no matter the age or personality. Get an exclusive 20% off IXL membership when you sign up today at IXL.com/NPR. Support for NPR and the following message come from Boll & Branch. Turn your bed into a sanctuary this fall with their buttery, breathable bedding. Enjoy 15% off your first set of sheets at BOLLandbranch.com with code NPR. Exclusions apply.
From NPR and WBEZ Chicago, this is Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me, the NPR News Quiz. I'm Chiokei. We're playing this week with Adam Felber, Dulcé Sloan, and Rachel Coster. And here again is your host at the Fox Theater in St. Louis, Missouri, Peter Sagal.
Thank you, Chiokei. Thank you, St. Louis. In just a minute, you've got a date with destiny. Unfortunately, your destiny is playing the Listener Limerick Challenge in a public radio quiz show. If you'd like to play, give us a call at 1-888-WAIT-WAIT. That's 1-888-924-8924. But right now, panel, some more questions for you from the week's news. Dulcé, a doctor in the UK is trying to get his medical license back after leaving the operating room in the middle of a surgical procedure in order to do what?
Have tea.
No, not have tea.
Can I have a hint, please?
Well, you know what they say. If the OR's a rockin', call the medical board to complain.
He went to drop that thing off of somebody.
Yes, he did.
Girl!
I think you're right. I'm just going to assume that's what you meant. Yes, he went basically.
Chiokei, translate.
No, wait a minute. I got my AirPods in. Let me say that again. Oh, my God. No, this doctor left the operating room during an operation to go into another operating room to get busy with a nurse. As the Hippocratic Oath says, first, do no harm. Second, you do you.
Do her. What kind of operation was it, though?
Well, I'm not quite sure, but it's important to know this was not the surgeon. It's not like he said, hey, can we just throw a sheet over this for a second? I got something to do. No, it was the anesthesiologist.
Oh,
that's okay.
No. I knew you were going to say anesthesiologist because I used to work at an oncology practice, and the anesthesiologists are wild. First of all, they have the highest rate of drug addiction because they got the best drugs.
Yeah, that would be, there's the opportunity right there, right?
Yeah, they're just like, little for you, little for me, little for you, little for me.
Anyway,
we're going to get letters.
The patient was sedated, the operation was underway, He told a colleague in the operating room he needed a, quote, comfort break and left the room to go have his assignation in another operating room.
He was not lying.
Assignation.
Assignation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Put in your AirPods. Assignation.
Okay. Bang it. Yeah.
Yeah, he had a comfort break. His guy, not only does he have like poor ethics, he has the weirdest dirty talk I've ever heard of.
No, comfort break is good because it could have been like, hey, I'm having a hard time right now.
Kind of was.
Yeah.
Rachel, the Wall Street Journal interviewed young startup founders in San Francisco, all trying to become the next big tech tycoon. This new generation thinks they have found the perfect formula for building the next billion-dollar company. You have to work hard and never, ever do what?
Do the right thing.
Accurate.
You know, I'm just going to give it to you because that encompasses it. But the answer is never do anything else but work.
Oh my God.
I know. The aspiring tycoons work all day, every day, including weekends. They order one delivery meal a day to avoid wasting time thinking about food. They never socialize. They don't drink, in part because, this is true, some of them are too young to drink. They live by the 9-9-6 rule. Work from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., and they're too tired to remember what the 6 is.
Oh my God. They seem honestly awesome.
Yeah,
I would love
great.
to chill out with them.
It's just the best.
But they don't chill out.
They never
know.
do.
This is pure nonsense. Like, they all want to be Zuckerberg. It's like, oh, we don't drink, we don't party. No one was asking you to do that anyway. Sure, yeah, I don't go out, I don't drink. Nobody wanted you to come. You better be a billionaire because you're going to have to buy friends, Todd.
Dulcé.
Huh?
Everybody loves Costco wine. I know I do. But watch out. This week, Costco released a warning that some of its wine bottles might spontaneously do what?
Now you know only one thing happens spontaneously. Why does everything keep exploding, Peter?
It is, you're right. They explode. Costco is recalling some bottles of their signature Kirkland Prosecco, warning that, quote, there is
Not Kirkland!
Yes, amazingly. What are the chances at Costco that it might be a Kirkland product? They warned that, quote, there is a risk of unopened bottles shattering even when not handled or in use. That's not an issue for me, only because I always open the bottles and start drinking them while I'm still in the Costco.
So if your friend Trent tells you he's going to bring over some Prosecco in his Corvette, he's never getting it.
No, never. Coming up, it's Lightning Fill in the Blank, but first it's the game where you have to listen for the rhyme. If you'd like to play on air, call or leave a message at 1-888-WAIT-WAIT. That's 1-888-924-8924. You can see us most weeks back at the Studebaker Theater in Chicago, or catch us in Honolulu, Hawaii on October 9th and 10th. For tickets and information, just go to nprpresents.org. Hi, you're on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Hi, this is Patricia. I'm calling from our fair city, Cambridge, Massachusetts.
Our fair city, a place where I've spent many a happy year. What do you do there in Cambridge?
I am a couples therapist and trauma therapist.
Wow. There are some situations in which that is redundant, am I right?
That is absolutely correct.
Right.
Damn.
Well, welcome to the show, Patricia. You are going to play our Listener Limerick Challenge. Chiokei Anson, filling in for Bill Curtis, is going to read you 3 news-related limericks with a last word or phrase missing from each. If you can fill in that last word or phrase correctly on 2 limericks, you will be a winner. You ready to play?
So ready.
All right, then. Here is your first limerick.
Aston Martin makes wheels for high rollers and for tots who have not yet grown molars. Now James Bond will be fond to push offspring he spawned in these racy, deluxe, sporty...
Strollers?
Yes, strollers. Aston Martin, the luxury British car brand famous for making James Bond's cars, is now offering a baby stroller. Sure, it costs $3,000, but what parent wouldn't pay that for a stroller with an ejector seat? The Aston Martin baby stroller is outfitted with the same plush leather they use in their $300,000 sports cars. It's the perfect thing for a passenger who will literally never know the difference. But after all, come on, parents. You'd do anything for your best little agent. 00 this many.
It's not crazy. They came out with Eddie Bauer strollers, so, all right.
How much does an Eddie Bauer stroller cost?
I haven't been blessed with a child yet. I don't know, Peter. You trying to make something happen?
It is great. I would love, having recently gone through this, I would love to treat my baby like a super spy. It's like, no, Mr. Bond, I expect you to nap.
The Aston Martin strollers are for babies who like their milk shaken, not stirred.
Exactly.
There you go.
Doctor, I said no. The spy who swaddled me.
Octopussy.
Demanding binky galore.
Here's your next limerick.
It screams sunshine and beach and a fun scene. And there's no way the taste burns my tongue tame. Our boat's dessert chef serves a cold SPF and an ice cream that's flavored like...
Sunscreen.
Sunscreen, yes. Upscale ice cream company Van Leeuwen has collaborated with Carnival Cruise Lines and made sunscreen-flavored ice cream. Makes sense. Who among us hasn't ended up with a terrible sunburn because as soon as we put on sunscreen, we just couldn't help ourselves and licked it all off.
Sunburn? Tell me more about this sunburn.
All I can say about the sunscreen-flavored ice cream is I'm glad Jerry landed on his feet somewhere. Here is your last limerick.
Geysers are large boiling vats, but sometimes their spirits run flat. They're plugged up by lids of our guests and their kids. Dear tourists, hold on to your...
Hats.
Hat, yes. Yellowstone geologists say the latest threat to the park's famous hot springs and geysers is hats. And not just because 90% of a geyser's heat escapes from the head. Apparently, park officials have collected more than 300 hats from the park's hot spring areas just this year. Even worse, Old Faithful has never looked douchier than when it's erupting while wearing a fedora.
So that geyser wasn't an official body inspector?
No. Chiokei, how did Patricia do in our quiz?
She got all 3 right. She is a winner.
Well done, Patricia. Thank you so much for playing.
Thank you. It was great.
Take care.
Thank you.
Support for NPR and the following message come from IXL Online. Is your child asking questions on their homework you don't feel equipped to answer? IXL Learning uses advanced algorithms to give the right help to each kid, no matter the age or personality. One subscription gets you everything. One site for all the kids in your home, pre-K to 12th grade. Make an impact on your child's learning. Get IXL now. And NPR listeners can get an exclusive 20% off IXL membership when they sign up today at IXL.com/NPR. Support for NPR and the following message come from Boll & Branch. Turn your bed into a sanctuary this fall with their buttery, breathable bedding. Enjoy 15% off your first set of sheets at BOLL&branch.com with code NPR. Exclusions apply. This message comes from Progressive Insurance and the Name Your Price tool. It helps you find car insurance options in your budget. Try it today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
Now it's time for our final game, Lightning Fill in the Blank. Each of our players will have 60 seconds in which to answer as many fill-in-the-blank questions as they can. Each correct answer is now worth 2 points. Chiokei, can you give us the scores?
Adam and Rachel have 2 points. Dulcé has 3.
Oh, whoa. Here we go. That means that Adam and Rachel are tied for second. Why don't we say, Rachel, you'll go first. The clock will start when I begin your first question. Fill in the blank. Following pressure from the head of the FCC, ABC announced it was indefinitely pulling Blank's show off the air.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Right. Thanks to increased costs from Blank's, farmers across the U.S. are calling for government aid.
Tariffs.
Right. This week, Apple's thinnest ever blank went on sale.
iPhone.
Right. On Thursday, meteorologists warned that tropical storm Gabrielle could strengthen into a blank.
Hurricane.
Right. This week, no one was injured as police in the UK participated in what they called the blankest car chase on record.
Slowest.
Right. On Tuesday, Hollywood legend blank passed away at the age of 89.
Redford.
Yes, Robert. This
Robert.
week, police in New Jersey asked for the public's help in finding 2 men who were caught on camera pushing blank off a wall.
Statue.
Of?
Prince.
No. Humpty Dumpty, of course. In the fulfillment of the ancient prophecy, a statue of Humpty Dumpty was sat on a wall at a miniature golf course in New Jersey. Then 2 men pushed him off and stole him. Thankfully, he was found just a few buildings away, but things got way worse when a bunch of horses showed up to try to put him back together. Chiokei, I think Rachel did pretty well. How'd she do?
She got 6 right for 12 more points, with a total of 14 points and the lead.
All right. Very good. Adam, you are up next. Please fill in the blank.
I shall try.
All right. On Monday, President Trump traveled to blank for his second official state visit.
England.
The UK, right. This week, 3 people detained in Britain were accused of spying for blank.
Russia.
Right. This week, China told its tech companies they were forbidden from buying AI chips from the American company blank.
NVIDIA.
Right. On Tuesday, the FAA said it was investigating blanks that were pointed at planes departing from Logan International Airport.
Laser pointers?
Right. This week, a Walmart in Pennsylvania said it would no longer allow a man's blank into the store.
Dog.
No. Emotional support alligator.
Oh, sure. That tracks.
Cowards.
On Wednesday, Mark Zuckerberg's blank unveiled new AI-powered smart glasses.
Meta.
Right. On Monday, it was announced that Justin Bieber and Sabrina Carpenter would headline next year's Blankella Festival.
Coachella.
Right. This week, a professional dog sitter in Florida proved she is the best at what she does when she retrieved a puppy from blank.
A gator.
Yes, exactly right. The former college rugby player was walking this little Shih Tzu when an alligator leapt out of a nearby pond, grabbed it. She punched, kicked, and kneed the alligator until it let go and rescued her 4-month-old Shih Tzu, or as the alligator called it, an appetizer. Chiokei, I think Adam did really well as well, right?
Adam got 7 right for 14 more points, so with a total of 16 points, Adam is now in the lead.
All right. So how many, then, does Dulcé Sloan need to win this thing?
Dulcé needs 7 to win.
Oh, my goodness. Here we go, Dulcé.
I'm about to lose.
Here we go. This is for the game, Dulcé. Fill in the blank. Despite global outcry, Israel launched an expanded ground assault on blank.
Gaza.
Right. For the first time since December, the Federal Reserve lowered blanks.
Interest rate.
Right. On Thursday, the White House said they were designating blank as a terror group.
Black people?
No. No, in this case, it was Antifa. This week, an official Canadian government document calling for an end to students using AI to write their essays was criticized after blank.
They found out they used AI to do it.
Right, exactly. The whole thing was written by AI on Sunday. Severance, The Studio, and Adolescents were the big winners at this year's Blank Awards.
Emmys.
Right. On Wednesday, the Chicago Blanks secured their first playoff spot since 2020.
Cubs. No. Sport.
No, you were right. The Cubs, yes. This week, a woman in Russia bought $1,200 worth of Labubus by trading in her blank.
Oh, wait. Russia. Vodka? Children? Oh.
Well, that sums up the country.
Alligator!
No. In fact, she traded her soul for all the Labubus. After a man named Dimitri posted a joke online offering to pay $1,200 in exchange for someone's soul, a woman was like, "Here you go, no take-backs," and then spent the money on Labubus. Honestly, she got a great deal. What's the exchange rate, right? In the U.S. these days, you're lucky if a soul can get you an HBO Max subscription with ads. Chiokei, did Dulcé do well enough to win?
How?
Well,
He says. He gets to say it.
Dulcé got 5 right for just 10 more points. So, with a total of 16 points, Adam Felber is this week's winner.
Yay for Adam Felber!
We did it, St. Louis. We did it.
Now you gotta jump in the air and stay.
In just a minute, we're going to ask our panelists to predict after skinny jeans what will be the next new thing in jeans. But first, let me tell you, Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me is a production of NPR and WBEZ Chicago in association with Urgent Haircut Productions' Doug Berman, Benevolent Overlord. Philip Godica writes our limericks. Our public address announcer is Paul Friedman. Our tour manager is Shayna Donald. Thanks to the staff and crew at the fabulous Fox Theater here in St. Louis. B.J. Liederman composed our theme. Our program is produced by Jennifer Mills, Miles Rombos, and Lillian King. Special thanks to Mohamed El-Sheikhi and Monica Hickey. Peter Gwynn is our Billiken Wrangler. Emma Choi is our visual host. Technical direction from Lorna White, with special thanks this week to Kwesi Lee. Our CFO is Colin Miller. Our production manager is Robert Newhouse. Our senior producer is Ian Chillock. And the executive producer of Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me is Mike Danforth. Now, panel, what will be the next big thing in jeans? Rachel Koster.
We're gonna spray them on so they're tighter.
Adam Felber.
There are these super tight elastic briefs that you just squeeze into and everything below turns blue. Please welcome Le Tourniquet.
And Dulcé Sloan.
If they're my jeans, you're dead!
And if any of that happens, panel, we'll ask you about it on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
I bet we will. Thank you, Chiokei Hansen. Thanks also to Rachel Koster, Adam Felber, and Dulcé Sloan. A very special thanks to Leslie Davis, everyone at St. Louis Public Radio. Thanks to our fabulous audience who came out to see us at the fabulous Fox in St. Louis. And thanks to all of you out there for listening wherever you are. I'm Peter Sagal. We'll see you next week. This is NPR.
This message comes from NPR sponsor Capella University. Sometimes it takes a different approach to pursue your goals. Capella is an online university accredited by the Higher Learning Commission. That means you can earn your degree from wherever you are and be confident your education is relevant, recognized, and respected. A different future is closer than you think with Capella University. Learn more about earning a relevant degree at capella.edu.
This message comes from First Leaf. Summer days hit better when First Leaf takes care of the wine for you. First Leaf's short quiz figures out what you like, then delivers a summer-ready box. Bright whites, smooth reds, and chillable bubbles. No wine aisle guessing, no errands. Just personalized picks shipped to your door. Get your summer sip lineup at tryfirstleaf.com/summertime with promo SUMMERTIME. Your first 6 bottles are just $44.95 and are matched exactly to your taste. That's tryfirstleaf.com/summertime with promo SUMMERTIME.